2018 Audi R8. 2018 Audi R8 Review. A thrilling V10 and long-distance comfort increase the risk for 2018 Audi R8, an irresistible fancy car. 4-star overall score. Fully redesigned not too long ago, this mid-engine and all-wheel drive super fancy car shares its engine and underlying structure together with the Lamborghini Huracán. Though it looks decidedly less dramatic in contrast, its performance is definitely not. While the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is satisfied to engage launch control and fling the R8 ahead at excellent speeds, it's simply as happy loping about at low speeds. The interior boasts a large digital display gauge cluster, as the adaptive dampers within the coupe plus the Spider ensure a calm, daily drivable ride. The Spider's folding soft top takes 20 seconds to look at or shut, therefore it may do either at vehicle increases to 31 miles per hour. Clearly the genius in the R8, in the evening born for Hollywood design with the original, is the place where it pairs incredible performance with real-world drivability. What's new? After a year ago's complete redesign, the Audi R8 heads into 2018 with only minor revisions. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay smartphone integration continues to be added as standard equipment, and laser-assisted LED headlights really are a new option. While we cannot deny the good thing about 610 horsepower in the Plus, its concentrate on performance comes at the cost of comfort and smoothness, what are R8's key attributes. As such, we'd have the standard R8 because it delivers enough thrills to fulfill even hardcore enthusiasts. Its standard adaptive suspension, fully adjustable seats and larger fuel tank allow it to be the ideal daily driven exotic performance car. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Audi R8 can be acquired as a coupe or convertible, the Spider. Aside on the folding roof, the coupe and convertible are largely the identical in terms of standard equipment. A performance-oriented Plus trim can be acquired for the coupe. It offers more horsepower and also a lower weight but sacrifices some comfort with the sake of speed. The R8's engine is often a naturally aspirated 5.2-litre V10, 540 horsepower, 398 pounds-feet of torque, followed by a 7-speed, dual-clutch automatic transmission and all-wheel drive, quattro. Standard feature highlights include 19-inch wheels, LED headlights, adaptive suspension dampers, keyless ignition and entry, leather upholstery, an electronic digital gauge cluster display, Audi's virtual cockpit, Audi's MMI infotainment interface, a navigation system, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and 13-speaker Bang & Olufsen speakers. The Spider adds a folding soft top and also a glass wind blocker. Options for your R8 are essentially limited to different wheels and other interior trim and upholstery choices, though carbon ceramic brakes, laser-enhanced LED headlights plus a variable ratio steering system are also offered. The R8 Plus ups the V10 engine's output to 610 horsepower and 413 pounds-feet of torque and gains the carbon ceramic brakes and laser headlights as standard equipment. It also sports a far more stiffly tuned suspension that lacks the adjustable dampers. In the name of saving weight, it possesses a slightly smaller gas tank, a 5-speaker speakers and racing-style seats that lack backrest angle adjustment. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically also comes in multiple versions which are fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review depend on our full test on the 2017 Audi R8 V10 Plus Coupe, 5.2 litres V10, 7-speed dual-clutch automatic, AWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the actual Audi R8 has gotten some revisions, including standard smartphone integration. Our findings remain broadly applicable to the year's Audi R8. Driving. The Audi R8 V10 Plus delivers the performance expected of the exotic performance car. Acceleration is otherworldly, and handling is unflappable. What's surprising, though, is the place where easy it really is to explore its incredible capabilities and exactly how pleasant it drives if you're not dropping the hammer. Acceleration. The R8 V10 Plus accelerates to 60 miles per hour within 3 seconds. That's damn quick, should you be wondering. But much more impressive is one easy it's to achieve. The sophisticated launch control requires zero finesse to work perfectly, and also the 610 horsepower V10 gives a very robust and linear power band. Braking. Stopping from 60 miles per hour requires only 97 feet, plus the standard ceramic brakes maintain distance consistent inside of a few feet over repeated hard braking runs. The pedal is reassuringly firm under full panic stops, yet simple to modulate in casual driving, and not using a hint of touchiness or squeal. Steering. Steering is effortlessly light, crawling through parking lots and firms up for additional stability as speed increases. On twisting roads, turn-in is quick and responsive, however, not darty. And there's ample feedback to find out when you've exceeded the limits of front tire grip. Handling. The R8 slices through turns with precision and confidence. All-wheel drive adds a part of stability, but it is subtle enough that you just feel as if you, not the computers, are nevertheless running the ship. Dynamic mode allows the tail to rotate much more, but a safety net of understeer is ever present. Drivability. Unlike some sports cars, the R8 does not mean compromising everyday drivability. Set the driving mode to comfort as well as the smooth shifting dual clutch transmission into full automatic and you may run errands all day every day. The R8's small turning circle makes it very easy to maneuver in tight spaces. Comfort. Were it not with the narrow and fixed seatbacks, the R8 Plus could have scored higher. The R8's refined ride is undoubtedly at the top of the class. If the seats match your frame, then long-distance comfort is extremely good. Seat comfort. The race-style seats within the Plus are very shaped and comfy for long stints, but only for drivers using a narrow body. The aggressive side bolstering might be a deal-breaker even for average-sized drivers. The R8's regular seats tend to be more comfortable. Ride comfort. The ride quality is within the stiff side, however it is never punishing or vexing. It's significantly smoother than several cars in the category, even without the adaptive suspension. Noise and vibration. The cabin blocks out almost all wind noise, though an evident amount of road noise is found on nearly any road surface. It's not severe enough to warrant complaint, which is usually drowned out because of the glorious snarls and crackles emanating in the V10 engine behind you. Climate control. The new except a traditional 3-dial climate control is really as easy to work as it truly is pleasing towards the eye. It's simply a single zone system, though the cabin is small so dual controls wouldn't make much sense. After setting the cabin temperature, we never had to regulate it. Interior. Sleek, understated design blends with bleeding-edge technology for the exceptionally modern cabin. That's an easy task to acclimate to. For the average-sized driver, the aggressive seats and cockpit will fit just like a tailored suit, but larger occupants might think that things have shrunk a bit inside Washington. Is useful. The tire is packed with buttons and controls for functions, for instance exhaust flaps, drive modes and configuring the virtual gauge cluster, all thoughtfully arranged, intuitive to make use of and accessible. The rest on the cabin is comparably light on buttons, as well as the simplicity is refreshing. Getting in, getting out. You should be a contortionist to climb into the cabin, nevertheless the low seat height, low roof line and wide sill step over increase the risk for R8 even more of a challenge to buy than your typical sport coupe. The same goes for climbing out. Driving position. The upright and non-adjustable seatback is great for spirited driving, but this, as well as the lack of power adjustments, could be an issue for some desiring a relaxed driving position. The dead pedal is located somewhat inward for clearance reasons, which caused ankle discomfort later. Roominess. The R8 will not be hugely spacious inside, but a large, flat dash affords the appearance of an even more open and roomy cabin in comparison with some competitors whose cabins feel more claustrophobic. Visibility. Visibility surpasses in a great many other sports cars. Narrow front roof pillars expand your view through turns, and rear-view mirrors cover a lot on the road behind you. But the rear-view camera, which appears within the gauge cluster, is normally blocked by leader spokes when backing right into a spot. Utility. Sports cars aren't regarded for practicality, and mid-engine cars typically appear shorter than others in this particular area. Cargo space and interior storage are limited from the R8, but there is enough space for just a weekend getaway for two main. Small item storage. Interior storage contains just a few small bins and shallow pockets to save your personal items. The cup holders are inside center console bin, right where you'd rest your elbow if it is closed. Obviously, the look is a lot less than ideal. Cargo space. A narrow but deep front trunk holds 8 cubic feet of storage, and that is enough to handle a small suitcase case or even a couple duffel bags. There is also a narrow shelf behind the seats. Technology. Audi's MMI infotainment system remains one in the best within the industry due to the wide array of functions and ease beneficial. Some from the more advanced precautionary features are absent, however in an engaging sports vehicle like this, they ain't missed. Audio and navigation. All MMI infotainment functions are shown within the R8's virtual gauge cluster display. As such, it's an easy task to keep your eyes forward and for the road. Audi's MMI product is one on the better units around, plus the Bang & Olufsen stereo audio, optional around the plus, has great power and clarity. Smartphone integration. The 2018 R8 supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Though we'd prefer a touch screen instead of any rotary dial, at the least both systems provide entry to highly capable voice recognition features. Voice control. Voice recognition might be hampered from the noise in the road and engine. In quieter situations, it processes commands all right and includes having access to Google Voice Search.